Reec. Yeah. Who you with?
Hype Bell ready Thursday, baby. Shout out to my brother Potty Ali with the game broadcasting live in Kokomo. I just like saying that name. Shout out to Michigan, Indiana, and Miami, where we are also broadcasting live in Fort Lauderdale, too. All right, check this out. We have a very, very special guest in the building. I'm going to make her sing, just so y'all know. This is between us. Just between us. I'm going to make her sing today. But she is putting the soul back in R&B. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to talk about it. We're going to get this thing all the way lit, all the way live. We got Brandi Little in the building, but nothing is small about her voice.
Hey,
let's go ahead and do it.
That
live
was
on
an
the Reec
introduction. Thank you. Hi, Reece.
Hey, what's up, mama?
So, a lot of people think that Brandi Little is not my real name, but you said that with so much authority that you knew that was my first and last name for real.
Come on, man. I know, people don't think Reece is my real name.
Oh, I didn't.
It's not. So it's Maurice, but you know what I'm saying? Reece is all good. That's
Reece is a nice nickname for Maurice.
There we go. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. But it's all about you today. You've been on a lot of radio, a lot of publications. You out here just making moves. You are putting people on child support one note at a time. Love songs. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. I get where you're going with that.
Yeah,
okay, I thought you were personalizing it. I'm like, dang, am I?
No. Secondhand child support. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about it. Let's get the history of Brandi for those that may not be, in tune yet or tapped in yet. Right. They will be soon because the music is amazing. You got a dope personality, so it's just a winning formula for success.
Thank you.
So let's talk about it. You're a singer.
Yes.
I try to sing. The notes hit me back when I hit them.
Yeah,
right? It doesn't work out for me.
But you can talk well.
Thank you. That's it. Every God's gifts
for everybody.
Right. So talk to me about the first time you realized you could sing. When was this?
Surprisingly, I didn't realize that I could sing until 2 years ago.
Really?
Now, don't get me wrong. I grew up in the church. I grew up in the choir. But when I was in third grade, I didn't make the choir. That's my MJ moment.
Okay.
The choir director, he was like, she can't sing. So my mom and some of her friends went up to the school like, this girl can sing. The next day, I was in the choir. But I say all that to say is majority of my life, I didn't believe in my voice. I have a very different voice. Yeah. It's very soulful. And it used to scare me. So 2 years ago, I fell in love with my voice. Did it
scare you because of the body and the warmth of the voice?
Yeah, it was so much passion and authority in my voice, and I didn't know what to do with it.
I like that you came up in the church. We see all these Instagram posts now. It's like, oh, we could tell who came up in the church or who didn't by R&B.
Yeah.
And we're in a real fickle time when it comes to soul music. Because you don't get a lot of artists that are actually willing to talk about emotional topics while they're singing that aren't toxic.
Right. Because it's more to life than just the toxic. So I think that's what I'm enjoying the most about making music is I'm just being transparent about who I am and I'm allowing my truth to come through the music and then people just gravitate towards it no matter what.
That makes it last.
Yeah.
Like Keith Sweat forever. I like it.
You funny.
So 2 years ago, you realized that this is your voice. You love it.
Yeah.
What was that point? What was that old snap point?
Well, I act as well, and I was on this television show at the time called Something Like Love, and it was on Amazon Prime, and long story short, they heard a song that I had recorded years ago, and everybody loved it, and it became the showrunner. Oh. And people started looking at me differently because I was already kind of starting to get some recognition for acting. So those same people were looking at me differently, like, girl, you know how to sing? Why don't you sing? And we decided with my, manager Christina that we were going to put it out as a single since it was a showrunner. Yeah. And it just kind of took off. And as it took off, I started doing shows. And each show, people would just be so captivated by my voice. And I was like, wait a minute, you guys know what's going on here.
Right.
And when I recorded the first song, Friends, off my album Bloom, it was a freestyle. I freestyled my whole album. And when I heard that song play back in the car on the way home, I was like, wait a minute. And it was just so since then, it's just been a click.
So it was that song, the freestyle song. You did it. You had an out-of-body experiences, obviously, in the studio. You didn't know you was killing it like this.
Right.
You hear it back in the car. You like, oh.
Wait a minute now.
Who was that?
I ain't write this. So yeah.
Brandi Little.
Yeah.
That's who it is.
Yeah.
Let me find out you Case on the low. You know Case has so many songs that have been like theme songs and like music for television shows and stuff.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, you turned about to be one by accident that turned into singles. So like,
Hey.
I think that "Touch Me, Tease Me" song by him was like a huge was on a soundtrack, then became a huge single.
Oh wow.
So that's basically what you over here doing by accident.
Yep. Creating moods on accident.
All right, we got it. We had several hype bell moments. We're gonna hit it because she just talked about she was on a TV show, Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
You're acting, an actress, full fledged. Got some IMDb credits.
Yeah, I
You
do.
gotta
I
talk
do. I
about.
do. You know.
But you also make these beautiful songs.
Yeah.
So
thank you.
let's talk about your actress lifestyle for a second.
Okay.
How did you get into that? Did you start on stage or what? What was
Exactly.
going on?
I started on stage. I started off, what they call like the Chitlin circuit, but I fell in love with theater. And honestly, I told you I've been singing my whole life. If it wasn't for theater, I would not be able to get on stage now as a singer. So it allowed me to really open up to my arts and my creativity.
Yeah.
So I got a lead role by accident. A friend of mine, shout out to Veronica, she needed a fill-in, what's it called? A understudy for her role.
Yeah.
And so when I went, I'm thinking I'm auditioning for this other role, but come to find out I end up touring with them and I'm starring and we did like 35 shows, and this was in 2015.
Okay.
And I got into film in maybe 2018.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So let me hit the hype bell for that.
Oh,
We
you
got
giving
some
me the
running.
hype?
Now you just get into film and you've been doing stage plays. You get into
Yeah.
film 2018. 2 years later, we in a pandemic.
Well, that's when things took off for me. You're
Okay,
very good at
let's-
this.
let's talk about that.
So 2020 is when I actually was casted and I star in a movie that's still on Amazon Prime called The Dwindling Flame. Shout out to Dewan Williams.
Okay.
And after that, I met someone on set and they told me to come audition for the show with Dev Harris, and I auditioned for the show. And by September, I had a movie that was on Amazon Prime, and then I had a television show that was on Amazon Prime. But a transition happened, like I told you.
Right.
We shoot season 2, and season 2 it becomes more about Brandi being the singer. And then, this lovely lady standing over here, my best friend Christina, she's like, yo, let's go take this music thing back on the road.
Right.
And so now we're here, and then people like you want to talk to me. So I must be doing something right.
Well,
so, yeah.
thank God for that.
Thank God for that.
For season
That's
2.
some clarity. Yeah, seriously. Thank God for season 2.
That's amazing that in the days now where we don't have to wait for a HBO or a Fox to pick up a sitcom to get talent like yours out to the public. Like, it's a beautiful thing to be able to go to a streaming platform, see some great shows,
Right.
and then get this talent that you're bringing to the stage, right?
Right.
Per se, stage.
Right.
Now you full-fledged in the studio.
Yeah.
So you hear this song in the car. We fast forward 2 years later, right?
Yeah.
You hear this song in the car. You like, oh, that's me singing.
Yeah.
Now, what is your moment that lets you know that this is what you do full time? I am a singer.
Shout out to my brother Corey Brown. And this was prior to that, because I had been doing all these shows, and we living off a few singles at this point. And Corey was talking to me and Christina, and he was like referencing me that he was speaking to someone, and he was like, no, Brandi does this. Brandi don't work. She ain't got no regular job. Brandi is an artist. She's
That's
an
it.
entertainer. And I got chills, and I'm like real spiritual, and I'm just like, okay, thank you, God. This is it. This is what I'm supposed to be doing, because other people can recognize my dedication, like, because especially at the time, like, the money doesn't reflect what all this hard work, but I know that it's paying off, because if people can notice it in that aspect, then that means that you see what I'm doing too. And so that's when I realized, like, oh, okay, yeah.
I like it. So at one point, Michael Jordan came into the NBA and he was a rookie and he was making rookie money.
Right.
But now we think about the greatest players of all time. We think
Right.
about Michael Jordan, right? So
Right.
that's what it is. You're on your rookie deal.
I am.
That's what you
And I'm
doing.
okay with that.
Right.
Yeah.
And you about to do your thing.
Right.
Right. Well, you're doing your thing, the money's just going to catch up. You're doing something you love.
Right.
Right. So to all of the Brandi Littles out there, right?
Yeah.
These girls and women that are aspiring to do something in entertainment, they have a voice, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is a piece of advice you give them?
So whoever you are, and I know in this moment you might not be able to realize who you are, life is giving you a lot of reasons as to why. I think finding yourself by loving on yourself, accepting yourself, giving to yourself is going to allow you to fly all over this world, all over this, all over this nation, all into people's hearts, because what people need is who you are. There can never be another Brandi Little, and there can never be another you. And so just know that you are special, and all the things that you feel like you are not special, know that you are very, very needed.
That's it. I love that, man. Let me hit the hype bell for that. I don't even have to do a Reese's Piece of Mind today because she just did it for me. I appreciate you making my job easier.
You're welcome. Anytime.
All right, now you got a really dope sense of fashion. We see your IG page.
Thank you.
You know everybody tap in. Excuse my left
Shout
hand.
out to my Ashley Monique. She's my designer and stylist. But
Dope.
that makes me very happy.
I was gonna ask where you getting all this drip from.
Yeah, I got to be honest. Now, you know, I like to go shopping and stuff, but Ashley Monique, she takes care of me. She's also a dear friend. She sings background with me. So if you look at my YouTube, she's actually my background singer as well. But she makes my clothes and she styles me too.
Dope.
Yeah,
yeah.
I got a really dope team, like no lie, and they're all my friends. So yeah,
that's got to make it easier.
Oh yeah,
because you can actually stand to be around them on the off day.
Right.
What it working for yourself? There are no off days.
Exactly.
Right. Right. Okay.
But when it feels like we're off, yes.
Now, I need y'all to follow her on IG. What is it? She got a new IG page. You know what I'm saying?
This hurts my heart. So first I'm going to tell you guys so that I can see your follow. Follow me at I am Brandi Little, and that's Brandi with an I. And then you can also follow my other page. It's Brandi Little _
Okay.
You just might not see that follow.
Right. So just make sure that y'all go ahead and do that right now, because it's not reflective of her following, because you know how folks are doing stealing IG pages and such.
You know what I'm saying? I'm so hurt. So I'm in the start over process. So if you have a heart, follow my new Instagram page. It's at I am Brandi Little.
She can start doing those.
Reese has followed me, y'all. Yeah, I can.
For real. Them telecast later. For $1 a day.
I should be a voiceover actor. I really should. I should.
I like it. All right, so tell me about this single. This single is taking off.
Okay.
We're going to be playing it on our airwaves. Shout out to that. Let me hit the hype bell for that. We definitely is Reec Radio approved. So tell me about the single.
Thank you, Reese. So Fairy Tales, is another song that was freestyled. And in the making of my album Bloom, I was like falling in love with myself. I was falling in love with the person I was dating. So it was just so many beautiful things happening to me. So every word that I spoke was an emotion that I felt. And kind of like with friends, when I heard it back in the car or wherever I was, each word hit me differently each time. So really, this is just a song to remember that fairy tales still exist. I've gone through a lot in my life. And in that, a lot of people thought that my life was over. They thought that I wouldn't have an opportunity. They thought that people like you wouldn't want to talk to me. And so here I am and here I stand. And so fairy tales is really just a testament that it's all real, it all matters, and that you can continue on with your life.
How freeing is it to talk about these real life experiences within your talent?
It's probably more therapeutic than it seems to a lot of people, because it's a lot that I don't know that I need to discuss that comes out in my music, especially if I freestyle a song. And I'm like, oh, okay.
That's what we doing.
These are emotions that we haven't dealt with yet, and we should probably, so yeah.
I get it. I like that. I've heard from a lot of artists, including myself, when I did, music, it is very therapeutic. You get to put these things out, and then it feels like, okay, I can listen back to it.
Right.
It feels like another person sometimes.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's talk about these videos.
Yeah.
Why you holding out on us on these videos? When we gonna get some visuals?
Well, I just came up in here and met somebody, but
Shout out to Jimmy.
Shout out to Jimmy. We got some more videos on the way. We do. Okay. With Bloom and it happening so organically, I don't think I was expecting the first week to be on the top charts in the UK. Like,
hype bell again.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I thought, we was going to put it out and then we was going to have a little more time, and like the people are in demand for it, so it's coming.
There we go. That's it. That's all we can pray for. It's coming. If people want it, she going to keep on giving it to them, so expect some visuals on the way. All right, let's do this real quick. We're going to play our game. It's called the Fast Four. You ready?
Let's go.
Okay. All right, so you travel a lot, especially on that Chitlin circuit. What was your favorite city to perform in on stage?
Ooh.
She from Georgia now. She could really.
I am from Georgia.
Really say she from Georgia.
I'm from the real Georgia. Somebody try to say, you grew up in Atlanta? I'm like, no, I did not. I grew up in the country. My favorite. That's just hard. My favorite place was DC. I know
Okay.
that. Yeah,
All
I
right.
love being in DC. DC was just a vibe for me. Another place that I really enjoyed was
Chocolate City. They got a lot of soul too.
Oh. There's a place called Oozes and Oz. I don't know if you've ever eaten there before. It's like such a good restaurant. It's like a soul food restaurant.
DC?
Yeah, you should
I
go.
went to that diner there where all the presidents have been through.
Oh,
you
I've
wouldn't
never been
think it.
there.
It's like the size of a Waffle House, right? And they got the picture of every single U.S. president
No
that's
way.
had breakfast there.
Oh, that's super
I felt
dope.
special.
Well, you are special, Reece.
Thank you.
If you didn't
She
know.
said it. Now we gotta believe it.
You should do the horn for that.
Let me hit the horn for myself. She said it. You know what I'm saying? I like it. All right. So DC, Chocolate City.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So we can expect some go-go mixes. All right, cool. So 2. All right. We know you're no stranger to a few dollars.
Okay.
What is the craziest thing you spent some money on?
You need to come ask me this in 2 more years.
Right.
We gonna pass. Ask me in 2 more years because I spent,
You done spent some crazy.
Yeah, I spent some crazy money. I honestly, just to be all the way honest, I went to Victoria's Secret this one time and I was just flabbergasted as to how much money I spent in
believe
there.
it. I can believe it.
Right. And so that to me, that's still the dumbest decision I've ever made because they didn't. The underwear didn't last long. Is why I'm saying that.
Oh, that's
yeah.
crazy.
Why are you
Yeah.
looking at me
I
like
thought
that, Christina?
that stuff
That's
like
what I'm
that.
saying, but it doesn't. So
That's
yeah.
the secret. It don't last. That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right. What was your favorite song to sing as a kid?
The first song that I ever learned to sing was "Don't Break My Heart," my Inky Breaky Heart.
Oh.
Yeah, Billy
Oh,
Ray
you really
Cyrus.
from the country?
I really am. Like I sung it for. You remember how we used to have show and tell?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that was my show and tell, and I was so excited. And
Wow.
so yeah.
You are the second person that gave me a real, like a country song. You
Yeah.
and K. Michelle.
Oh,
She
she's
gave
a
me
country
real
singer
country
now, so that's
song.
dope.
Yeah, that's wild.
Do you remember which one it was?
I don't, but it was something like that.
Yeah.
It was definitely. I think she sang that. We had to run that video back.
Yeah.
I feel like she sang that song
Yeah.
on the show.
Yeah.
That's wild. All right. She one of my favorite people, too, to talk with. All right. 5 people.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to go on tour with these 5 people.
Mm-hmm.
And you also are shooting a reality show.
Hmm.
Who are these 5 people?
These questions. Why didn't you prepare me? Let's see.
it's
It's a
Fast
game.
Five. It
Okay.
can't
Okay.
say-
It's Fast Five.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna name my favorite people. I'm going tour Jay-Z. I'm going tour with I just don't ever think of people's names when things like this happen. Who else do I like?
She really cheated because now she going to get Beyonce on tour.
No,
just
well, yeah,
by
see, that's
accident,
true.
'cause
That's
Jay-Z
true.
there.
But
She
Jay-Z is
gonna
my
show
favorite
up.
artist,
Okay.
FYI. I'm gonna go on tour with Doja Cat. I'm gonna go on tour with Dawn Richardson.
Okay.
What's that girl? Isn't that her name? Dawn from.
In Vogue.
No,
was-
I did do some in Vogue.
I
shit.
had the crush on Dawn from Vogue. So anytime I say Dawn, then that's.
But you know who I'm talking about, though, right?
Yeah, I
She was with
definitely
the P Diddy,
Yeah.
her. And then I would go on tour with Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
And then lastly, I would go on tour with.
Come on, give me one. Let's get it. Let's get it.
She passed away though.
I mean, this is your fantasy tour.
Okay, this is my fantasy. Amy Winehouse.
Oh, dope. Okay.
Yeah, I love
like
Amy
it. I
Winehouse.
like it. That's a mix. That's just you're gonna get all the audience.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're gonna get a whole. That's a tour right there. You might have a job with Live Nation after this.
I should.
Put one together.
Yeah, look, put a little thing together. Yeah,
That's it.
Yeah.
That's what I like. All right, make sure that y'all tap in with her on her social media,
Yay.
both pages. You know what I'm saying? And then also to make sure you keep requesting that single. We playing it up here at Reec Radio.
Hey.
Definitely, it's gonna be popping off, and we gonna be looking for more visuals soon. Tell them where to follow you at one more time.
Okay, you guys can follow me at I am Brandi Little. I have a website. It's brandylittlemusic.com. And then my Facebook is Brandi Little Music. And my YouTube is Brandi Little Music.
All right, and it's Brandi.
Thank you for spelling it, Reece.
That's it. Not for those to be confused with those Brandis with a Y.
Because that ain't she.
That ain't she. Nope. It's one that we all right with. A lot of Brandis I met with a Y, they a little toxic.
Are
I ain't
they?
lie.
Oh, you know. Okay.
Had some bad experiences.
Yeah, that's going to be my new thing. I'm be like, I'm Brandi with the I. I'm not toxic.
There you go. That's the new album name too. All right, y'all, keep it locked in. We got a mix on the way from the homie DJ Decepticon up next. We got DJ Red on deck too. We getting back to the radio side of things, on the stream side of things. We appreciate y'all. We got some more guests on the way tomorrow. We got a very special guest, just like this young lady over here, coming at you live on our airways. And you've heard of these people, so make sure that you tuned in. This is Reec Radio. We love y'all. We gone.